is a movie from New York. Here, let me adjust the volume on this because it's a little the game's a little loud.
No, you're good.
Um,
Do you want to have your streaming thing up right now? Okay, yes. Here we go.
yeah, I do. I'm a top 100 Dirt Rally 2.0 racer, so
word, okay.
the fans might appreciate this.
80.
All right.
Crest, 50. Flat left of a big jump, 50. Six right.
Anyways, what I was thinking about was, we watched Premium Rush
Okay.
last night. Seen that?
Caution, 2 left.
No, I have not seen it.
It's got the kid from Third Rock from the Sun.
Okay.
And he's a bicycle like courier in New York City in like the early 2000s. And it was just on like Samsung TV Plus. It wasn't on like an actual streaming service.
All right.
It was
50.
which was bizarre to us until we realized what the plot actually was. And the plot is that he has secretly been assigned to carry money to sneak a Chinese woman son out of China because she's studying law at like NYU. And she wrote a paper about like free Tibet, and the Chinese government won't let her son leave. And we were like, oh, this is why it's not on any main streaming service anymore.
Wow.
Like it's Sony Columbia Pictures, right? And it would make sense if it was like on Netflix or something like that. But no, it's just like hanging out in limbo on like fucking Samsung TVs, like free streaming with ads. And it was like, oh, it's because it's an anti-China and it's actually kind of a throwaway plot point. Like it could have been anything. Like they could have just been like, oh, she needs to get her son away from El Salvador. Like, it would have been it would have been the same way, like for the plot, right? But
Death Chilada asks, are you talking about the Messenger bike movie?
Yes, and there's some awesome bike stunts.
Okay, is Michael Shannon in it?
Crest, 50. Flat left of a
I don't
big
know who
jump,
that
50.
is.
He plays. Hang on. He plays Zod in Man of Steel.
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
80.
I know who he is, but I just can't remember.
No, he's one of those. He's one of those actors that's like he's in a lot of stuff, but his name also doesn't come up a whole lot. So you're just like, oh, that guy, yeah. Like I know.
He was never like a main actor. He'd always be like a character actor, right?
Yeah, like he did. Oh my God, I don't remember the name of the actual individual he portrayed, but he portrayed this assassin who used to work for the mob and kill people. And he killed like a lot of people for the mob, and he just like, is what it is.
Oh, what was the other thing that I was thinking about movies? We could do a whole bit going through the back catalog of NBC's Peacock.
We could.
Because I don't know, like if it's they co-own like BET or like Ebony Entertainment or something like that. But they have a bunch of these like, films for the African American community on their streaming app, and like they won't show up as like the top results when you go into like a category, but they'll appear like somewhere down the line. And then you start like getting into like the deep parts, and you're like, it's just these movies. And then you look at them, and it's like stuff like, what was the one I like had to watch like 3 minutes of last night? It was like Once Upon a Ratchet or something like that.
So it's like the urban fiction section got made into like cheap budget movies.
Yeah,
essentially.
and
Okay.
Like I was just like, okay, we have to figure out what's going on with this movie, and just put it on for like 3 minutes. And it was released in like 2021, and it's like it would look better if it was shot on an iPhone. It was like shot on some like college campus
into 6 right.
stuff you'd see on like Red Letter Media Best of the Worst. You know what I'm talking about? You
I know
Best of the Worst?
Into 3
I-
left. Tightens of
I'm
crest.
familiar
Into
with it.
2
No,
left,
excuse me.
tightens.
One of my favorite
2 left of a crest, tightens.
little YouTube indulgences,
50.
especially around Halloween. They do their
6 left. 30.
Halloween
6
special.
right, 5 left.
And
80.
it's always the most
5
absurd,
left long, opens of a
schlocky,
crest.
horrible movies that are so bad they're good, you know?
Hell yeah.
Into
And yeah, it was just like
50. Crest and short 3 left. Opens of a crest. 30.
you'd go through this list and like just based on the sorting, like alphabetically at a certain point. I think I saw like The Northman next to like 2 films where it was like The Northman from Robert Eggers, which has a budget of like, you know, it's not like a Marvel movie, but it's like a real movie.
Yeah.
Caution
Is
30.
sitting there on NBC Peacock next to a couple of films that nominally probably have a budget of like $2,000. And
Middle of a crest.
like if I was Robert Eggers, I'd be upset. I'd
Yeah.
be like, no,
Don't put me next to this garbage.
Tightens of a crest.
you cannot like have like my film like ever have its title adjacent to something like this.
Left long. Tightens 2. Opens of a crest.
What's up, Derp 9001? Welcome to the podcast. I don't remember seeing you before.
Into deceptive. 6 right and turn.
At the moment, we're
30.
well, let's put it this way. Max is driving and I'm drinking.
Opens to crest.
I'm also drinking.
Hell yeah.
Crest long.
Well, I had a couple beers at dinner, but they were like 4%.
Okay.
Tightens 2.
And then a
30.
glass of wine.
4 right long. Over crest. 50.
What's
Been a
your
few hours, so I'm probably
Middle of a crest.
still good to drive, you know?
Probably, yeah, like
50. Keep left of a crest. Into 4 left long. 30. Flat crest. 60.
see, I feel like if you got pulled over and they thought you were drunk and you just whipped this out and started playing it, they'd be like, actually, no, you're good.
You should be able to take a special test that determines if you're able to drive drunk.
Exactly.
Long. Tightens.
And it involves just rally racing in
Exactly.
a Group D car.
Tightens.
And it's like, hey, if you can podium,
Very long.
whatever a number of drinks you can podium with, you're probably fine.
Exactly.
50. Caution.
So if you're not aware, this is a Lancia Delta S4 Integrale, which is a bespoke Group D rally car. It's the fastest, most insane kind of rally that was ever invented, and was quickly made illegal because they kept killing spectators.
Fuck yeah. Hang on.
It only lasted like 2 seasons, but they in the 80s.
Hell yeah.
But the Lancia Delta 4 Integrale here has a really interesting bi-flow supercharger / turbo system. You can't see it in the back right now, but they took it like a standard like hatchback, basically 3-door hatchback. It's not like an American hatchback.
Yeah.
Whereas 4 doors, it's got 5 doors, or it's got 3 doors. It's just got 2 doors on the side and 1 hatch on the back. And put the engine in the rear so that the front's empty. And then turbo and supercharged it simultaneously. So it produces, I think it's like 480 horsepower.
Out of that little thing? Damn.
Yeah. And the car only weighs like 2,200 pounds.
I was
So
gonna
if you
say,
look-
like,
The car goes 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds on a gravel surface. It's
oh,
God damn it.
terminal damage. It also goes from 60 to 0 in 1 second if you do it right. At this point, you have failed the sobriety test, sir. You are under arrest. Please step out of the vehicle.
I thought I split the edge of that bridge, man.
That's okay. It happens. What's your driver's name? B Samurai?
Buffalo Samurai.
Buffalo Samurai. Hell yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so the engine's not in front. They move the engine to the back so that, and it's all-wheel drive, so that you could it would just be super turny and tilty there.
Wow.
But
Okay. Yeah.
I fucked
Clearly.
up on that one. What did I do excellently today? This one. I placed 10th in the world on this
Nice.
one. So there's that.
Let's see. We got Kobatsu 74, Scott Mo. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Sorry. Oh,
No, you're good.
Yeah,
Corn
I don't
Soft.
know these guys. Max Power from Germany, number
Excellent.
5 for him.
Barnacle Boy. Oh, you got beat by a Russian. I'm sorry. Herv, Janny J. Utella, Axial Romney McLary, XD, a Luffy. Big Boss. Well, good job, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I did well on that one.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I mean Buffalo Samurai is my normal like gamer tag.
I didn't think of it at all. Like I was just like Be Samurai. That's a cool name, and I'm just like, oh right, Buffalo Samurai. That's you.
I'm gonna be real. I got an album of Bob Marley, like greatest hits, when I was in like middle school, and like Xbox Live was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, Buffalo Soldier, but what if it was a samurai? Like, that'd be hilarious.
That's awesome,
Buffalo
actually.
Soldier. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use that in all my gamer tags from
this day forward. I will remember this day.
On something like that.
And you just stick with it. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I still rock. So the original gamer tag I ever came up with when I was younger is Tiger Tank 77. And when I'm not using Based Heisenberg, that's always my other go-to, because it's like, okay, it's a tank, that's cool. I came up with it when I was playing like the original Call of Duty, like the one that came out in like 2004. Tiger Tank 77. And it's just because it's like, oh, okay, I like the numbers.
Call of Duty?
Oh, yeah, OG Call of Duty, OG like United Offensive Call of Duty. Played a little bit of Call of Duty 2. I think we talked about this before. You got the disc lying around. Mine's upstairs somewhere. Yeah. It's a little blurry. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't have enough light.
There you go. Yeah.
The
oh, the blur? Yeah, you got to put it over your face. You know. Hell yeah, dude. I got that. I also got like, again, like just... But yeah, so that's where I came up with that moniker, and I've just rocked it for everything forever. And it's never taken. Like nobody ever goes Tiger Tank 77. Like that's me.
Well, is it like some secret neo-Nazi thing?
No, that would be
2003 when Call of Duty came out on PC.
2003. Okay, now I remember. Dude, I remember being like a freshman in high school when that came out.
That's fair. All right.
Right. So I guess we should actually
I never reblogged like the show started.
You should probably do that. Like instead of drinking and driving, you need to be drinking and driving and reblogging all at the same time. You must.
Did you tag me in a post at some point?
I did, yes.
I got too many notes on Tumblr recently.
And you can't see your shit?
And I can't see if you tag me. I'm just going to go to your blog.
Yeah, do that. Like the last post I made was live.
What is your username again? Because you have it all fucked up with numbers and shit.
No, it's just Based Heisenberg, but instead of spelled properly, it's high as in stoned or high up.
Although, I could see Tumblr delisting you. Like, I can't find you.
Hang on, that's some gay shit. Give me 1 sec. I'll message you.
No, I found it.
Okay, there we go. Fuck.
Ding dong, the Wicked Dick. Oh, you didn't include the Wicked Dick.
No, I wanted to go with more alliteration, so I said ding dong, the dick is dead.
Okay, that's.
But he was wicked. He was wicked. Only real Tumblr users host while booze cruising. That is correct. Or driving while stoned. Maybe. Who knows? You reblog. I'm going to do the intro, and we're going to get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 192 of The Altar. Ding dong, the Dick is dead. Or ding dong, the wicked Dick is dead. Dick Cheney fucking died yesterday, and
There's also an election.
there's also an election, I guess. But Dick Cheney died. And I shared some thoughts about this on Tumblr. I'm certainly not sad that he's dead, but like I feel like I've said this before. It's not. There's really no victory in a man who like did terrible things being allowed to live out his life fully and never being held accountable for everything, dying of old age disease, and nothing. Like that's it. Like that's the end of his story. He's never punished. He's never caught. He's never tried. He's never none of that shit. He's never held accountable for anything he's ever done, and he just dies at age 84, and then that's that. Like, okay, yeah, sure.
He died in his bed, surrounded by his family.
Exactly, and it's like that's not really a victory. Like, he's gone. Sure, yeah, he's gone. You don't have to like. He's not going to be around anymore. But like, how did he not win?
You know, I just want to address up front. Charlie Kirk was never the president or vice president or the
He
Secretary
never
of Defense
made a
or
shitload of money
CIA
from
or
Halliburton.
the
He never
CEO
helped
of
start a
fucking
war.
Halliburton.
He never shot a man in the face while hunting. He never made the man get on television.
President Hunter's got much paper today.
Dude,
on Tuesday.
he made the man get up on television in front of the entire country with the bird shot still in his face and apologize for startling everyone and there being such a dramatic scene. And it's like, bro, you got shot in the face. You're the victim here. Dick Cheney is
years old.
He was 78. Yeah, dude, like
Harry Whittington. For a second I thought it was Dan Quayle. And they were pheasant hunting. And I'm like, that would have been hilarious if you shot Dan Quayle in the
while
face.
pheasant hunting. Oh my god, dude. You can't make that shit up. I mean, you could, but
that would be some real simulation.
oh my god, yeah. So yeah, like Dick Cheney is dead, and of course, yeah, there was an election yesterday. Among other things, I guess the Democrats took Virginia. There's like they didn't. The governor is a Democrat now. The bag lady from COVID.
Oh, so it stayed the same.
Yeah, it stayed the same, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then their attorney general was elected. That dude, I don't remember his name, but he's the guy who got caught in text messages saying he wants to like assassinate like the GOP members and kill their kids and shit. And he just never really acknowledged it. And then, of course, I suppose the big news is Mamdani winning election for New York City, which will turn into such a terrible time. But right now, everyone's too high on the fact that they elected an open socialist to a mayoral position in New York.
Didn't Omar Fateh lose?
Let's find out. I think he did.
Because that was also significant.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, dude, like,
how narrow was the margin of victory
for Mamdani?
No, for the Minneapolis mayoral director.
Oh, hang on. Minneapolis mayor.
Yeah, I'm on the Washington Post right now. They called it for Jacob Frey.
Mm-hmm. But it's
in the first round.
It's fairly close. Like, it's not enough to say it's like a winning margin, but it's enough to say that he's probably going to win.
Is it not? What this is like?
This is going to be one of those we're going to have to.
99% of voters counted. What's going on with this shit?
Oh, they have to see if they can find tens of thousands of ballots in a suitcase somewhere before they can officially close the polls.
I don't care about New York City. Where the fuck is Minneapolis? What percent in?
What's up, Michael Nelson? Welcome in.
How is it? Minneapolis is a big city, right? Like, how many? What's the population?
Minneapolis population. 428,579 as of 2024.
That's way less than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, hang on. What? Oh, okay, that confused me. All right. Minneapolis has a population of approximately 429,954 people as of the 2020 and 2024 census. The Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area has a much larger population, estimated to be around 299 in 2023.
But the Twin Cities has they're saying 3.67 million residents.
What is the population of the Twin Cities? Over 3.16 to 3.6 million people, depending on the source and exact definition of... Oh, okay. Exact definition of metropolitan area. I thought I was going to say depending on the source and exact definition of the word people.
I mean, come on. They must be Somalis.
Like, I didn't know. I wasn't implying that Somalis weren't people. They're clearly people.
It's weird to me that the city subdivision's so small there that it like really is genuinely only the downtown area of like Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting way to run your government, but especially for like a huge sprawling like metropolitan like that. But okay, so that didn't happen. But then like, yeah, Mamdani did.
Yeah,
happen.
So I had a lot to say about that over the past couple of days. Like, I'm not addressing the socialism. I'm not addressing his economic plans, which like Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, came out and was just like, yeah, no, he's not going to be allowed to do any of that. That will destroy the state economy. That's not happening. So, but there are other things. Specifically, he wants to basically lead this massive like decriminalization push and wants to take a lot of things that would normally get a police response, and he wants to not have police respond to that anymore. Like, they've talked about like EMS individuals, like EMTs, just kind of walking around the city in the subway, approaching like people with problems and just seeing if they can help.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't think you know what you're asking for. And he also wants, like, specifically what I did go on a rant about was when it comes to like domestic disturbances or domestic violence, that is something he doesn't think cops should go to. He thinks social workers should go to domestic disturbances and not cops.
Yeah, bro. People are gonna die.
Yeah, man. Like, again, I was a 911 dispatcher for 3 years, so unfortunately I have a lot of experience with how domestic abuse situations work and domestic violence and domestic disturbances. And my city in 2017-ish, Schenectady, New York, tried a program. I don't know if they were public about it, but there were certain domestic disturbances where we would get notified that the Schenectady Department of Social Services was going to send social workers to it and that we should not send cops. Or we should delay the response of cops. And we're kind of like, are you serious? And then we checked with just higher authorities and they're like, yeah, we're doing this. And we're like, oh, okay. So we would let the social workers go to these domestic disturbances. And if we did like 10 times during a week, 8 of those times, the social workers, within 15 minutes on arriving on scene, would just breathlessly call 911 in a panic. You gotta send cops. You gotta send cops right now, man. It's really bad, man. Like it's bad. Like, they're beating the shit out of each other. Like, you gotta send cops. And we're like, when we have a unit available, we will absolutely expedite the nearest police officer to you. However, since you told us not to send cops, we sent them to the other domestics you weren't going to and the other shit around the city. So we're pulling the air right now, calling for anybody to become available to go to this domestic, We'll do our best to let them know that there are 2 county social workers in danger. What I didn't say was, that will definitely make them respond slower, but we'll try for you. There were also instances where social workers got involved and, like, you know, people start beating the shit out of each other. The social workers try to break it up. Guess who's getting punched in the face? The social worker. So you're going to have these social workers and these EMTs going to domestic disturbances or approaching emotionally disturbed people in public, and they're going to get fucked up, man. Like, people are going to die, they're going to get injured, they're going to get bodily fluids and fecal matter and shit thrown at them. Like, awful, horrible shit is going to happen because of this. And I've literally been thinking about this all day because there are a lot of people who want to point to Mom Donnie's Muslim background and go, it's a Sharia law thing. And I'm not saying it isn't that necessarily. But
okay, I'm for real, like Mom Donnie is not like some Sharia jihadi,
correct.
whatever.
Yes, all of that shit is just pandering. Like the eating with his fucking hand, he doesn't fucking do that. He's a rich socialite. He uses silverware. Like, how are you people so fucking fooled by this, man? And like he also took like a photo with one of the dudes, or the main dude who tried to bomb the World Trade Center in 1994.
Yeah.
But he also has a photo with Alex Soros, the son of George Soros, who is a millionaire fucking pro-Israel, pro-Zionist fucking guy, and has been for a while, and him and Alex Soros are buds, like taking a selfie together. It's like,
yeah.
What? Okay, so back to the EMT social.
It is. I'm sorry. If I can?
Yes.
Make the point that it is so absolute retarded to go after some guy. It's the same thing they did with Barack Obama. Barack Obama is not some stupid fucking like jihadi socialist just because he has like some Arabic weird name.
Before he really blew up in politics, he was just Barry, man. Like,
yeah.
Hey, it's Barry.
And he's just some fucking college like socialist, basically. Like,
yeah, some fucking
really annoying. Like that your friends kind of hang out with a little bit and just like can't stop talking about fucking Karl Marx and Bernie Sanders, some stupid shit.
And that guy, he's also one of those guys who also never got laid in college, which I'm not saying that's necessarily something to do, but he wrote about that in a memoir about how he got denied and like wrote.
Are you talking about Obama or Mamdani?
Because Obama.
They both wrote about this.
I think they both did. They're like the same thing, man. They're like the same. Mamdani is just like Barack Obama 2.0, but like a little more like outward in his socialism, essentially. But what I wanted to say before is like, it's not a Sharia law thing. This man is from a very wealthy background. He doesn't, like, he's basically like the Blues, essentially, is what the level of detachment we're talking about. It's a banana. How much could it cost? $1? Like, he has never experienced this. Or his version of this is like probably one of his rich friends where he goes over for Christmas and mom got a little too drunk and it's a little dramatic. So no, you don't need cops to go to that situation necessarily. You know, a social worker maybe should have a conversation, well, whatever. But like, if it gets to the point where a couple is calling 911 for help, one or both of them, during a domestic disturbance, we are already past social worker land. We're past that, man. If you don't send cops, like this was a problem in like the 50s and 60s that was really being identified because cops would go to domestic disturbances and they'd both be like, oh, everything's fine, officer. And the man is drunk and the woman has 2 black eyes and they can't do anything because nobody wants to say anything. So they leave and they come back a week later and the husband has successfully beaten his wife to death.
Yeah.
Like, this used to happen. And there are certain protocols that are in place now when it comes to domestic disturbances. Cops have to go. Every domestic violence call, from my perspective as a dispatcher, both technically and legally, is a priority 1 call. Priority 1 calls also includes shootings, stabbings, active shootings, like house fires because they need extra people on scene to secure the area or get people out of a building. The worst kinds of shit imaginable that you would want a cop to respond to yesterday. Like, you want them there already, essentially.
Yeah.
That's what a domestic violence call is. That's what a domestic call is. They don't use the term domestic violence or domestic disturbance. They just say domestic. They have to treat it all the same. There has to be a police response. They have to file a report. If one person looks like they've had their ass kicked, another person, generally either at the very least, has to leave and is immediately given a restraining order, or a refrain from at that point. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Or somebody's...
It depends on the state.
It depends on the state. Like, New York had concurrent, like, refrain from basically means is like a softer version of a restraining order. Or somebody's going to jail tonight. Like, somebody's got to get fucking locked up. Because if it's that bad, you can't just show up and go, everybody good? Okay, see you later. Like, it's beyond that point. And what I also don't understand, too, is it's like, obviously, we see this all across Europe with these cities enacting these policies that really protect violent, crazy individuals from the rest of the population from having to not deal with them. They'll get stabbed and they'll get attacked. They'll get, good example in New York City, actually, they'll get lit on fucking fire in the subway. And these people are
just be some old granny on the fucking subway, like, who can't stand up fast enough to not get like a gallon of gasoline doused on you.
Getting lit on fire, or it's some like 30-year-old woman. Like, no one's really safe from this shit. And I don't really want to.
Okay, if you look at the statistics, you would note that like the violent crime rate, like, just because you're one of 1,000 people in the train station that particular day when somebody got stabbed, like, it's extremely unlikely to happen to you. Just because you happen to be one of like 2,000 people who happen to see this happen.
Like, that's the other thing. Like, even if you're not the one stabbed, like, watching somebody get stabbed in front of you fucks you up. It's bad. Most people are not equipped to handle that shit. Like, that was something... When Charlie Kirk got shot and, like, they had video footage of his, essentially, body ejecting most of its blood within the first 3 seconds of the round hitting his neck, one of the things they really tried to drive across, it's like, people aren't supposed to see that. Like, you're not really equipped to handle this. It's a heavy thing. It's okay for the fact that you don't feel okay right now. This is normal. You need to talk about it. And, like, that fucks you up when you see this shit. But... like, my point, though, is, like, these are people who, by and large, are detached from this shit because of their wealth. Like,
it'd be really interesting if we could get, like, a program to sit politicians down to watch like, you just need to watch, like, there's people on YouTube that make great compilations of body cam footage, or Twitter or whatever. I need, before you make any policy on crime or justice or like policing, I need you to sit down and watch at least, honestly, even an hour, not even an hour, 20 minutes.
20 minutes
of body cam footage, like highlight body cam footage, and you just be like,
wow,
okay, I get it.
Okay, yeah. Like, the other thing too is when they start trying to implement this, which of course they are, this is going to cause such hard dropout among first responders in the New York City area that, like, eventually it's good. You're literally going to be living in a mega city at that point, where you only have a handful of emergency responders and there are so many fucking things going on at once. You just make your pick, and everything else, tough shit. Like, file a report online. Sorry, we can't help you.
I mean, it's kind of always been that way.
It kind of has always been that way, but people really don't understand how, like, undermanned and underfunded your average emergency response anything is. EMTs, firefighters. Well,
the sad thing is, like, they have plenty of money for, like, a tank or, like, an AP. They always call them tanks because liberals at ACLU don't know what a fucking tank
More
is.
than two
They always have money for, like, a leftover Bradley.
Yeah, or like an MRAP or some shit. Yeah.
Or an MRAP, and they call it a tank. But it's like, they always money for that, but they don't have, like, money for, like, 2 extra officers to like
two
respond
extra
to shit.
officers, or you could build another fire station with another fire crew, or you could build another EMT station with another ambulance crew, or you could fund a dispatch center with slightly more dispatchers who are paid a little bit more and therefore actually kind of put up with the shit they'd have to deal with on a regular basis. By and large, these people make shit money. Unless they're pulling like super overtime or they've already been working like 10 or 20 years. Then, you can make some good money, but like if you need new people to get into this field, the pay is garbage. Like when I started as a 911 dispatcher, the starting pay was $30,000 an hour. When I applied for the job and took the civil service exam, it was 36, but they adopted a new contract, and it's this whole fucked up thing with my city where they cut the pay because they had to pay for all of the benefits for the employees that were already working, because they took the main city and a bunch of towns are outside the city and they unified them. And this was something that was happening across the US at the time a lot, and it was like a new concept where instead of like in a county, for example, instead of having like 5 different dispatch departments, you would just have one unified one that would do the entire county, and which is a good idea. It works. The problem is you take people from the city of Schenectady, who have been dispatching out of the Schenectady Police Department headquarters in downtown Schenectady, and then you take somebody from Glenville, which is a podunk, very rural part of Schenectady County, where they maybe have, I don't know, 1 domestic a month or something like that, and it's like an argument, and everybody knows each other. So it's like, it's a problem, they go to it, but it's like, all right, Sam and Sally, calm down. We can't keep coming out here. You guys need to get the divorce or something like that.
Right.
And you're combining, and you have these people that like go from like answering like 1 or 2 911 calls a day to me, who fucking answered on a bad day in the summer in like July on a Friday or Saturday, upwards of 100 emergency 911 calls a day. So I was very underpaid. We were all very underpaid. We were overworked because I was working mandatory overtime to the tune of like 10 to 20 hours a week. And this is something, it's all over New York. It's all over the country. It's all over New York City. You have these emergency departments that are already stretched super thin. You don't have the staffing you need. You don't have the funding you need. And you just want to send this human wave of social workers and EMT workers out into the fucking streets of New York to just gather everyone up and try to help. And it's like, if 75% of them come back without being killed or injured or attacked or accosted, it will be an honest miracle. Like...
So I just want to point out, and I was always thinking about this, like, okay, what's another example of a big metropolitan city that like has, a similar, reputation or like a level of unmanageableness?
Chicago.
And well, I wanted to go outside of the U.S.
Okay.
In my thought, as to a place I've been, which is Paris.
Oh yeah.
And I looked up the violent crime rate between the two. So what do you think the ratio between New York City and Paris is in violent crime rate?
I would say... See, this is hard because their metropolitan, like, physical form is so different. Like, Paris is a big sprawl. Oh, man. I would say New York is more violent than Paris.
Yeah, I mean, that's correct.
Okay, but I don't know the disparity.
It's just the whole number ratio. What do you think that the difference is?
Excuse me. 3 to 1?
Not quite that high. It's just 2 to 1.
Oh, just 2 to 1. Okay.
But that said, like in the largest city in France, they have what is nominally the most violent city in France. I mean, maybe Marseille is more violent. I'd have to look up the stats, but in Marseille or in Paris, pretty much anywhere in a major metropolitan district in France, there's not just police there. Okay, you will see gendarmerie National Guard members with full auto FAMAS rifles walking around. Okay.
Yeah.
And they have full arrest powers on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the idea, or if you were to have like a Democrat president just proposed like, oh yeah, maybe the violence rate in Chicago is too fucking high,
Mm-hmm.
and we should have National Guard patrolling the streets and making sure people aren't getting into like fully automatic gunfights with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They might, and my model is based off of France. Like, they've been doing this for 30 years.
They'd be like, "Oh, this is so progressive and forward thinking."
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, this is a great idea."
And of course, like everybody,
idea...
like the GOP and MAGA individuals would be like, this is like Jade Helm. This is what they're practicing for New World Order."
Well, I mean, as far as I see, at least on like the MAGA circles, I think a lot of people are very supportive of the National Guard.
Oh, they definitely are. That's the thing. Yeah.
In Portland, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, this, like, all we're doing is going, or DC, right, was the main example. And like DC has like a 60% lower murder rate in the last like 2 months or whatever it's been since they deployed the National Guard. And I'm like, yeah, that's where you get to when you're at a certain point. Like it wasn't a question or like France and a lot of other, another example is Italy, right? Italy has the Carabinieri, which like carbiners were like a carbine's a short rifle, which was originally developed for mounted troops so they could carry a rifle while mounted, like a musket, like a shortened musket, basically, was the original meaning of carbine or a dragoon. And it became like the national police force in all these places where like, oh, like we have people on horses who can get somewhere quickly and have guns. And they don't have like this habeas corpus thing that America has like held on to quasi since the Civil War, although obviously like Eisenhower deployed the National Guard to
desegregate,
mop up protesters in Arkansas and Little Rock or whatever. But like, yeah, we just have this ick factor that like European countries don't. And I think you could probably attribute a lot of our gang violence homicide rates to the fact that like European countries just don't let their inner city gangs like get that wild compared to, because they're just like, okay, we're gonna send in the feds. Like, fuck
so
you.
What you're saying is we should call that particular approach to crime the European model.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Yeah. I feel like that'd be a good way to repackage it, because it's like, oh, you support, like, it's like, no, I just support moving to a more European model. Like, not that we necessarily.
Even if, I mean, like you have left people talking about like, oh, we need to go to a European model. Like, why don't we have a national healthcare service like Britain or Canada or something like that? I'm like, you know what? Honestly, at a certain point, it would be better to have like the French model of healthcare. Like, we would have basic coverage for like the everyday things that you pay for out of your taxes, and then you carry catastrophic insurance, which is how France and South Korea, like everywhere, only Britain and Canada have like the full socialist healthcare model. Everywhere else has like this mixed, like, oh, okay, like if you need to go to the clinic and get some stitches, like you pay for that with your taxes. And sure, it's twice as expensive as if it were like a free market model, but at least it's only 9% of GDP instead of fucking like 20% of GDP, which is what it is for us right now.
Yeah.
And then like, but yeah, for if you want to, you know, make your grandparents survive an extra 6 months with like pancreatic cancer or something,
with a terrible quality of life.
With a terrible quality of life. Like, yeah, I guess you can spend $3 million on that on your but there's on catastrophic care, there's a freer market insurance in most of Europe and Asia, developed OECD countries than we have here.
Mm.
And it's just like this delusion that we have right now that like, oh, America's got this failed market, healthcare system or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, going back to New York City, and we got our new governor, or not governor, it's a mayor. Although,
Mayor.
like, it's crazy to think of a mayor for like a city. What the population's in the metro area is probably really high, but like, what's the
New York City
what's
population.
like the actual New York City boroughs, 5 boroughs, whatever it is.
5 boroughs, population 8.478 million.
Okay, so 9 million, like, which is weird to think about because that's like the smallest state in the union. Wyoming is 500,000, right? So that's
Yeah.
20 Wyomings, basically
Yeah.
18 Wyomings.
Mm-hmm.
This one mayor.
468 square miles.
So on that thought, I just wanted to share this video. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
see
I
it.
kicked it over. Oh boy.
Okay, cool. Is it here?
Yeah.
The once great city of New York becomes the one maximum security prison for the entire country. A 50-foot containment wall is erected along the New Jersey shoreline, across the Harlem River, and down along the Brooklyn shoreline. It completely surrounds Manhattan Island. All bridges and waterways are mined. The United States Police Force, like an army, is encamped around the island. There are no guards inside the prison, only prisoners and the worlds they have made. The rules are simple. Once you go in, you don't come out.
God, I hate watching him eat with his hands because it's like, stop. You don't do that, dude. Everyone knows you don't do that.
So yeah, that was I love in John Carpenter's vision of prison colony New York City that we still have the Twin Towers. So
Yeah.
that there'd be like many skyscrapers at all. I feel like most of those shit would fall over, even if there weren't terrorist attacks.
For real. Like, it's just, I was also thinking about this too. Like, there are a lot of people, of course, in real life and on social media who are just like, oh no, it's gonna work. It's at least something new, or it's at least doing something different. Like, nobody else is doing like all this shit. And it's just like, you have to kind of also, if you're one of these people, first of all, how did you find our podcast? Second of all, welcome. Third of all, how did you find our podcast? What would it take for you? What empirical criteria could be presented to you that would make you admit, okay, this didn't work? His programs don't work, or he didn't implement his programs, he lied. Just, this doesn't work in general. Like, what would you need to see? And 1 year from today is November 5th. Oh, November 5th. What a fitting.
Remember.
The 5th of November. Oh boy. 1 year from today, I'll try to remember this. Max, you may remember this too. We're gonna ask you guys how you think. Oh, this will be post midterms too. So yeah. We're gonna ask you how it is, like how you're feeling. We're gonna look at news articles of everything that has happened in the past year, and we're gonna be like, how did it go for you guys? Because I don't feel like there's anything that can happen that will actually make anybody who has supported and or voted for him admit, okay, that was a mistake. I simply don't see it anywhere.
Well, yeah, there's always some form of cope that would
Yes,
exist, right? Like they could always deflect and like insinuate some form of like, oh well, we didn't have, or Kathy Hochul didn't allow us to socialize the grocery stores, or um like she didn't let us tax, or like the federal government let us tax across state lines to fund our things. And what else is on his plan? Um, oh, like the developers conspired against us and made a capitalist cartel. Like
yeah,
it's like this infinitely infeeding, um, self, you know, masturbating like feedback loop of like, oh, well, of course, like unless like Zoran had like complete total control, like obviously every failure is not his fault.
of course.
So I would like to point out the counterfactual, which has been Javier Milei down in Argentina.
Mm.
And I even got my Zoran supporting like college acquaintance to bait me. He was like right before the elections when Trump was like floating. They did like a $40 billion peso to dollar swap for the Argentine government right before the election, and all the polls had like the Libertarian Party of Argentina losing.
Yeah,
Um, and then they come in and they're like they do like twice as good as they had ever done, and like win twice as many seats in all the government, and like it or just like completely blow it out of the water. And then like the peso soars, and like the US government made money on their peso to Argentina or to US dollar swap that they did to float the peso for them. And you're just like, okay, Millet definitely has issues.
yeah.
Like we can both agree that like he is either like performatively or genuinely like the most Zionist like leader that's out
Like
there.
you could, I have seen
I
people make the argument that he's pandering on purpose, like he doesn't actually believe it, and it's like some form of like trying to play the system, and it's like,
I think when you're the radical reformist in Argentina, which is full of former National Socialist Democrat Deutsches Workers Party,
yep,
Arbeiderparty. Um, if you are the president of that country and you're radically reforming stuff, you got to pick your battles.
yeah,
And I think one of those battles is that you cannot be like remotely anti-Semitic, especially when you're trying to abolish banks,
yeah,
the central banking system of your country. And so yeah, I totally get like if he's just performatively being like the most like kowtow Zionist person ever, but like he also was like I love that he gave like he gives like Hapa literature to the Pope because he's the president of Argentina, a major
yeah, of course.
Catholic country. Like he gets to go visit the Pope once in a while, and like
So he brings him democracy, the
he
god
brings
has
him,
failed.
yeah. He's like, hey, you know how the Vatican operates as a complete non-democracy with the elite selecting like their leader?
Their leader.
What if that was like applied to everybody else?
What's funny too is like, can you imagine Millet going and visiting like the American Pope from Chicago now, bringing him a book on like Austrian economics? Like,
I think
there's
he did.
oh my god, that's just there's a little bit of irony there. A man bringing a book about Austrian economics to a man from Chicago. It's like
He's at Chicago school.
the
Right?
Chicago school. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh god. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So what's the latest Pope? I'm sorry. Is it Leo the 14th?
I believe so. Let's look this up right now.
On June 7th, Pope. Yeah, this was because he died on Easter, right? Yeah. Okay, get this. On June 7th, Pope Leo the 14th, the Chicago Pope, met with Argentine President Javier Milei at the Vatican. Mr. Milei gave the new pope a historical document from 1642, a handwoven vincuna poncho,
Hmm.
and the Austrian economist Friedrich Hayek's 1988 book Fatal Conceit: The Heirs of Socialism.
And Cat Pope. And Cat Pope. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's turn the Vatican into Ancapistan. Oh my God, it'd be perfect.
Just
It's
give it like a few months and like the Pope the Pope will start like reading into stuff and he'll be like, you know what? Like 1,000 years ago, the Pope was issuing, crusades against
Mhm.
the infidels, and I'm on board with Nicki Minaj. We need to be issuing a crusade in Niger.
Isn't what a fucking timeline, man! Holy shit! Like,
See
oh,
the problem, or it's not a problem. The the joy of the world we live in
it's
is
amazing.
that there's a non-zero chance that like all of this could come to pass, and
There is
stranger things have happened.
there is a non-zero chance that Nicki Minaj could become a free market economist.
Well, no, you have you seen this thing with like Nicki Minaj is like calling attention to like the Christian
No, I
genocide and
have,
like
yeah, dude. Like, it's
yeah.
fucking. Have you seen the photo? I mean, don't obviously go look for these photos because they're terrible. But people have been like on Google Maps and looking up satellite images, and you can
Yeah.
literally see like entire like fields and towns and shit that are just
You
covered
have
in.
like zoom in on a village and there's a fucking burn pile of bodies. You
Yeah,
can see
dude.
some
There's like
fucking space.
there's blood all over the place, and it's just like, oh wow, okay, that's bad. Like, come on, Pope, let's go. Declare the crusade. I'm not going on any fucking crusade because I'm not Catholic, but like, yeah,
It's here's the thing. If like the Catholic Church actually started genuinely issuing crusades, I think the rapid influx of like would be well, here's the thing. Technically there's a couple of sects of faith that already issue, fatwas and religious wars.
hmm. I
Trying to
believe
think.
what do they call them? Jihads, I think.
Uh, well, but like specifically, like in Shia, like they have
Hmm.
like bounties
Ah,
for like high level infidels and stuff like that.
do they have like
Um,
playing card decks with like
oh,
infidels on them?
that would be that'd be pretty clever
That
because you
would
could
be,
play cards and see all the faces all the time.
of course, yeah.
Uh, but no, I'm just curious if you'd see like that trad cat boom in like people like identify with like the Knights Templar, and now I'm finally like gonna join the Catholic Church because
I gotta go get to kill people
you
in
can call out
Africa.
all the posers is what I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
so besides the Pope getting gifted Friedrich Hayek's $19 on Amazon book from the president on of Argentina.
Mm.
Any other thoughts for the?
Oh, I did kind of want to bring up in Ukraine right now. If some of you remember, there's still a war going on in Ukraine. Ukraine is about to lose the city of Pokrovsk, which is like a pretty significant like eastern hub for them. Like, it's a major road and rail hub. It's a major economic place. Um, they're about to lose this city, and it's like, how much longer are we just gonna sit here and just watch like them slowly get chipped away, and these people just get ground to death because Zelensky is just like getting all of this foreign aid, and as long as the foreign aid keeps flowing, we're gonna keep the war going on, and it's just like,
I honestly, I don't think Zelensky is in control of the situation there. I don't
anymore. I think I would not
at all,
disagree.
or I don't think he ever was.
Like he's
I
just
think he's an actor slash comedian,
yeah.
and he's always been the face of a project. And at a certain point, he got to a point where if I don't play ball, I will be like there are real honest to God like I have set people on fire and executed prisoners like neo-Nazi like crazy dudes in the Ukrainian military that have
Yeah.
access to Zelensky, and if they wanted to they could kill him. And I don't think they like him. They tolerate him as much as they can given the situation, and I think they are driving the internally in Ukraine right now.
Hmm.
Like you have a very extremist faction that is controlling domestic policy. Meanwhile, Lindsey Graham is fucking running our foreign policy for Ukraine by saying like we're killing all the right people, like all the bombs. Like, and he means Ukrainians too, which is the fucking like people aren't picking up on that. Like when he says like I know I'm taking his quote from Israel out of context in Palestine, but it's like uh, he means that about Ukraine too. What he
Hmm.
means is that like yeah, as long as we kill as many of these like Eastern European like men in general, like we're doing a good thing because like we don't want this parallel power structure to the United States that like can contest what we want to do in Europe. Um, and so like every like it's plus one on both sides to the U.S. military industrial complex to say like yes, every Ukrainian that kills a Russian is a plus one,
Hmm.
and every Russian that kills a
The
Ukrainian
Ukrainian
is
is a
also
plus
a
one.
plus one.
Yeah, it's a win-win
Um,
situation. Oh, fuck.
uh, yeah, that's where I think it's at, and I don't think so. I think Zelensky, if he could find like I want him to like be in the Oval Office one more time with Trump and Vance and like be blinking SOS with his eyeballs,
Oh
just
my
like
god.
please let me live out exile in the fucking Bahamas or some shit like that.
Send me to
Like
Cyprus. Just.
well, Cyprus is kind of Russian dominated at this
Oh yeah,
point.
no, that's true. He'd have to. Yeah, we'll find a place for him.
Yeah, we could find a spot.
Hmm.
He could be on Minos.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the Greeks would take him.
I think so too. Oh, I mean, the Greeks are also they're owned by Germans now, so I think that'll be good for Zelensky.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what was the Tumblr post we both enjoyed the other day about Germany being a non-free speech country? They had a teenager. There was a Bundeswehr
Oh yeah,
officer visiting
made like a
the high
meme.
school, and they made a counter meme like, "Okay, who of you wants to go die on the Eastern Front?"
Yeah. Oh.
It's 1944, and German military officers are discussing troop movements on the Dnieper River. It's 2024, and German officers are discussing troop and panzer movements on the Dnieper River.
It's
I was a
1944.
flat circle, man.
It's 1944. The Germans are planning a massive counterattack against the Russians using Ukrainian troops in the east. It's 2025. The Germans are planning a massive counterattack using Ukrainian troops against the Russians' advance in the east. Man, time is a flat circle.
Man.
Well, anything else we want to cover? I think we got all the
I'm gonna
points.
scroll through my Twitter likes and
All
see
right,
if there's anything else.
let's
worth mentioning.
go.
Oh, if you think door dashing is expensive, you suck at DoorDash. The play is to order 4 to 5 meals for yourself and once in microwave. You can then easily get the dollars to meal down to like $10 to $15, which is pretty long run viable. That's just like 10K a year-ish.
Whoever happened to just ordering Chinese and ordering enough for 2 nights? Like, fucking A.
Even pizza,
Pizza,
right?
yeah. 2 or 3 nights, man. 2 or 3 nights right there.
Like like even okay, yeah, even if you like cheaply order out food, you could get that down to 5K. I think I spend like 4K a year, including eating out just on food.
Yeah.
Like it would cost me an extra $1,000 to eat shitty Chinese food and pizza all the time. Um, it'd be convenient, but like obviously I enjoy eating and cooking way more than that.
Word.
Oh, here's a great screenshot I saw. I didn't upload it to Tumblr, but I should have. 0% of executed murderers reoffend. It's not meant to deter crime. It's meant to heal society, to bring relief to victims and their friends and family. Stephen BC responds, is there a scientific study that backs up this claim?
Yeah. It's like, dude, they're dead, man. Like, how, like, what? Like, it's the obvious joke, but it's like, you almost have to wonder if that's even a person, if that's not just a bot that's programmed to do that.
Well, I feel like it might be a troll account because, like, in their profile, it has like a rainbow flag, the British flag, a Canadian flag, and a French flag. Yeah, that's a good troll. I love that.
Master trolling.
Proposal turning the Central Park into a NVIDIA data center.
At this point, yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Just do it.
Do it.
What else have we got? Jordan Peterson would say things like 1 billion more minds on the planet would probably be helpful. Classical Athens had 50,000 citizens and produced more dazzling minds in one place than most of humanity has produced since then. Thoughts on that? Quality versus quantity.
They also fucked a lot of boys. That was a thing in Athens.
Like everybody agrees, like the greatest mind out of Athens who criticized that, which is why we have the word platonic lovers, is because you don't fuck little kids. It's because of Plato. Was made to fucking commit suicide by the government there.
Oh, I thought that was Socrates. Was Plato also like forced to commit suicide? Because Socrates was forced to drink hemlock.
No, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I'm mixing it up.
No, you're good. That's like an elementary school factoid. Like, like you're delineating all of this information. I'm out here like fucking grade school, so don't worry about it.
But Socrates was Plato's student, right?
No, it was Plato was Socrates' student. So the way I was taught to remember this in high school was SPA: Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. They came that order. Yeah.
And who did Alexander the Great study with?
Socrates. Hang on. Great.
That's okay.
Alexander the Great was not a student of Socrates. Aristotle, who was a student of Plato, who was a student of Socrates. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to remember that at some point, but I feel like the ideas are a little more important than like just remembering the names and the timeline.
Exactly.
People were dissing on Curtis Silva as a former dispatcher and New Yorker. How do you feel about Silva's campaign?
Silva's like not a Hell's Angel. Oh God, Guardian Angel, I think they're called.
Yeah, it was the Guardian Angel.
Yeah. We used to have a few of those in Schenectady. We kind of like didn't fuck with them, and they kind of didn't fuck with us. That's really all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Like they would just be like, "Hey, this is such and such and such and such. We're Guardian Angels. We're going to be in downtown tonight." And we're just like, "Okay, cool, have fun." But like they would also like they do have a presence that's fairly like I don't want to say it's threatening, but it's like they're not going to fuck with you, first of all. But I don't really know enough about Silwa other than he was the third option. He's lived in New York City a long time. There's a lot of jokes about him being like, I don't know, from the streets. Like he's a guardian angel. I know that much, but I don't really know a whole lot else.
He was shot in a cab and by the Gambino crime family.
Wow. Okay. And they didn't vote for this motherfucker? Like,
yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, dude, this is the most real motherfucker.
That is like the most New Yorker fucking New York City mayoral candidate. Like, Guardian Angel.
I would make the point that like physically the place that we call New York City still exists, but like the polity and the like culture and the people that is New York that like we had for the last 200 years just no longer exists.
Yeah, if it wasn't already dead before, like with this dude getting elected, it's done. Like it's something completely different now.
This is the Roman version of Carthage.
This is the Roman version of Carthage, yeah.
They might still call it Carthage after they resettled it, but it's like it's a different city.
It's not really Carthage though. It'd be New Carthage or Nova Carthago or whatever. Like it.
Well, that's technically in Spain, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got my Rome Total War II cities mixed up there, I guess. So no, what was? Well, yeah, it was New Carthage, a newer Carthage, a different name. Let me look that up. What was the Roman name for Carthage after? Roman
Inici or something like that. But, oh, did you see Ben Shapiro denounce Pat Buchanan and Ron Paul, along with Nick Fuentes?
Who did?
In the same post, Ben Shapiro.
Oh well, of course he did. Like. Ron Paul?
Well, yeah.
Why the fuck did he mention Ron Paul?
Well, that's where everybody else was at.
Wait. No. I remember this. Back in the day when Ron Paul was still like a contender for the presidency, they smeared him by saying that he like ran a newspaper in college or something that posted anti-Semitic articles or something. Like I remember something along those lines. So man, it's pretty interesting right now how both major political parties are really having a schism. Like you have the right, like the GOP is very clearly being, or the right wing in general is very clearly being split between Zionists and non-Zionists. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And on the left, you almost have something similar because obviously Mamdani is very clearly a Zionist plant. At the very least, like he's going to be friendly with Israel as he needs to be, and is made to be. But
yeah.
With the left, with the election of Mamdani, definitely he is not the mainstream Democratic Party by any means. He's closer to, I'd say, like Bernie Sanders in a lot of ways. Yeah. And the fact that he's elected mayor of NYC means that the old Democrat guard is... I mean, Nancy Pelosi announced she's not running for another term. So, like, Nancy Pelosi's going to be gone. You're going to have Mamdani as mayor of NYC.
Maybe she finally realized that, like, if you have, like, $500 million, you could fucking just, like...
You could stop.
You could just drink wine and eat ice cream and look at the sunset over the fucking San Francisco Bay for the rest of your life.
Like, her and her husband were, like, we're standing in a storage unit somewhere, and there's a literal pallet of money in front of them, like Breaking Bad. And Mr. Pelosi's like, Nancy, how much is enough? But yeah, like this, both parties are experiencing a schism at the same time. Like there's a split on the right and there's a split on the left. And it seems like it really also is kind of along age demographics. You do.
Oh, it's 100%.
100%. Yeah. Like, and it's just going to be interesting to see, like, I don't see very many major developments in the next year or so, but like, I don't know. The 2028 election is going to be interesting Because, like, Trump winning a second term, in a lot of ways, the vibe is epilogue. Like, I don't know how else to put it. This is like the closing act of something. Because he was not supposed to get reelected, and did. And obviously it's not really upsetting the establishment because he is a Zionist shill like every other fucking person in Washington. But it just feels like it's the end of an era and the beginning of something else. And watching both major political parties go through this schisming and the Libertarian Party seemingly gain some more relevancy and like all of this shit happening is just very like,
Well, I'll note, like, the last time we had a president with non-consecutive terms was Cleveland, who was the first Democrat elected to the presidency after the American Civil War. And he was succeeded by McKinley, who was assassinated.
Oh.
Right? And so it's like, not saying like the two parties are one on top of each other or something like that.
But
as far as like swapping each other's positions right now, he was a what they call a bourbon Democrat. So he was a pro-business, high tariffs, free silver, inflation, imperialist, and subsidies to business, farmers, and veterans was his platform. Oh no, he is a pro-business movement that opposed high tariffs, free silver, inflation, and imperialism, and subsidies. He was succeeded by McKinley, who was like the tariff president. But yeah, he was kind of like this proto business Democrat that we don't have anymore.
Yeah. I was going to say too, like, it does seem like political assassinations are coming back in vogue in general. So,
well, as I morbidly predicted, I don't know if it was like 6 months ago or like a year ago, I was like, the rate of mass shootings in this country has been way too high, and the rate of of political
assassinations has been way too low.
Way too low. And like as soon as like crazy and schizo and like unhinged people figure out that like they remain, or that I shouldn't say they remain, that they are that they take out their angers against, instead of random school children or stupid shit like that, like they take out their frustration against random politicians, seemingly. Because it's like, how frustrated was the guy with Charlie Kirk actually, who did the assassination? You know what I mean? Like, was his life really that affected? Or like, he probably could have coasted on for the rest of his life.
Probably, yeah. Like, or found a better target. Like, I'm not saying he should have done anything, but it's just like, Charlie Kirk wasn't even a politician. Like, you can sit there and say that he was influential, sure, but it's like, he doesn't have the ability to do anything except talk.
He was like to be real, he's like the number one get out the vote, youth vote for the Republican Party guy.
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
And if he played his cards right, he'd be vice president or have a serious shot at the presidency somewhere later in his life.
And now all of his supporters are flocking to Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Funny how that works. Like, didn't we have a conversation about this? How like political assassination always seems to like incur the opposite effect of what you want.
It will 100% backfire on you, at least in the West.
In the West, yeah.
I can't talk about Japan, but
it's because the Japanese do it right. Like they assemble a doohickey and they kill one person and immediately give themselves up to police.
There's something about the honor culture. I don't know.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But yeah, Western political assassinations seem to 100% backfire all of the time. I can't think of like a good example of it ever working out.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't ever. Ugh.
And it's like, even if you were trying to kill fucking... Well, okay. John Lennon was like some schizo dude just trying to impress a lady, right?
No, that
what
was
am I thinking?
that was the dude who tried to shoot Ronald Reagan. He
That's
was
right,
trying
that's
to impress Jodie Foster, and I guess Jodie Foster was asked about it like recently in the past couple of years, and she was like, "I was a little
We got
impressed."
parole.
Oh yeah, that's right. He got paroled, and he's in like a band now or some shit. But Jodie Foster was like, honestly, I was a little impressed. Like, oh man. Well, anything else we want to cover?
We'll see what next week brings.
We'll see. Yeah.
What else do we got to look forward to? There's maybe the government might not actually not be shut down.
Oh yeah, I mean, election day is
I
over,
put
so
way too many negative prepositions into that phrase.
election day is over. They have no reason to have the government shut down anymore. Like it'll reopen within the week. But
you think so?
I'm not putting money on it, but I would say by next episode, next week, the government will be reopened. Or there will be a serious discussion where if it's not reopened by like Wednesday when we do the podcast, it'll be that Thursday or Friday. That's my prediction. By the workday end of next week,
within a fortnight,
it will be reopened 100%. There's no reason to keep it closed anymore.
I could see that.
Yep.
Although it could be my preposition that we really are in end empire times and they just can't figure this shit out. Like they don't.
Like it just stays closed.
They're so dysfunctional they can't even figure out how to float it. And
that would be like, yeah, that's like Trump's last act as president is to like dissolve the federal government and just to, like, what was it? Not Khrushchev. Gorbachev did with the Soviet Union.
I gotta look into more because that's obviously like the main historical example we should be looking into in the next few years is like, how did the Soviet Union fall?
Yeah.
And how do you make money off of that?
How do you make money? We gotta make some.
Did you own?
We gotta make some money off it. There's gotta be a way to make some money off of this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us for another episode. We hope you'll join us next time, this time, and next week. We will be here. I will say in the coming future, we will not be here on Thanksgiving. That evening we'll probably be doing stuff. I will probably be working till fucking 8:30 at least. So outside of that, we'll see you guys next time. Stay safe out there. If you're going to travel to New York City, definitely think over what your path is going to be at all times. Be vigilant, be aware, learn how to look without looking, if you know what I mean. And outside of that, always remember that taxation is theft.